Hello! This is my video for my treatment analysis. I chose aphasia treatment analysis, specifically the melodic intonation therapy, or MIT. MIT has been used since many research articles showed in the 70s that those who have non-fluent aphasia, also known as Broca's aphasia, can still sing. After some PET scans, they noticed that the parts of the brain for singing was found on the left and the right hemisphere, and it continued to keep the fluency intact. So this method highlights on the strengths of the client with their fluency in singing and tries to bring it down into typical speech. So the typical MIT, or the original, has 3 different phases. Each one has different levels of support from the provider. And each level contains about 20 simple words. They're 1 to 2 syllable. And they're given 1 to 2 at a time. They stress intonation and hand tapping while doing this. They found that the hand tapping is very crucial to activating more parts of the brain, and can even help with guided viewing activities as it makes it multimodal. Another thing currently being investigated with this method of therapy is MMIT, or modified melodic intonation therapy. And MMIT chose to look at the original presets of 20 words, 1 to 2 syllables, and said the limitations were too great. It wasn't pushing the clients to improve quick enough. And as we know, with anybody with Broca's aphasia, we want to get therapy started as soon as possible. So they then implemented a method. They said if they can sing happy birthday, then they have at least 6 syllables. And they started using more functional forms of short phrases, such as my name is. And I'm going to give a quick example of what a short therapy activity would look like. And so what we would have is you would have the client and the clinician sat in front of each other, make sure their hand is on the table, and the clinician would say, if you could repeat after me, my name is Sierra. And then the client would then try to be like, my name is Sierra. At phase 1, the clinician will do it with them. At phase 2, we try to see that back and forth. And at phase 3, we try to say like, okay, can you say my name is? And we want to see them slowly. We want to stress the intonation at the beginning really hard, but kind of work on taking that down. So at the beginning, it's going to be a big stress, at least 3 levels between the high stress and the low stress. So my name is, and you want to get that going because it'll click as a song. And it slowly works on improving their fluency. In all cases with this therapy method, we have seen improvements. With the new MMIT, it fits more into a 30-minute session, which is typical, whereas the previous MIT, it took 75 to 90 minutes to see an improvement. Overall, MMIT was normed on 30 individuals with Broca's aphasia, and is pretty recent. The 3 articles all covered the different uses of MIT with Broca's aphasia patients. One ranging to just how would you use it and what's the purpose and effectiveness, to the multimodal methods of hand clapping. Is the clapping really necessary? Is the tapping really necessary? And the answer was yes. And that is all I have on my review.